Ladies and gentlemen, I want to start tonight with a little story. It's a little story about the world's biggest cuck. But I'm not sure exactly who the world's biggest cuck is. It's sort of a paradox, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to let you be the judge. It could be either of these candidates. I was not ready to make the call. I want to start with a man named Judas Moon. I've rechristened him Judas Moon. I think that is quite appropriate. This is a man who sounds like he was anally raped at about 8 years of age, probably repeatedly, many times. His voice cracks like a young boy fresh out of middle school. He's supremely jealous, basically, of anybody who's able to monetize their content successfully. And the reason that he's jealous of that is that he can't do that on his own. His site is so, I don't know, what do you want to call it? A cesspool, basically, that he can't even stay on New Project 2. He can't stay on Patreon. He can't stay on Patreon itself, of course. And so he's jealous of anybody who's able to do this successfully. You've seen him repeatedly backbiting others who do this, Mr. Medicare in particular. For some reason, he has a real problem with Jim. I don't understand that. And maybe that's why he has such a problem with me. And I don't really get it, but Nick Fuentes said something on stream the other day. Let me have a sip from my drink before I continue. He said something on stream the other day, and he was talking about a beef that I have nothing to do with, so I'm not, commenting. The other person I've talked to, so it's not a commentary on that beef, but he said, I love it so much when I finally have to stop pretending. I get the opportunity, should I say, to stop pretending. I don't have to act like I like this individual any longer because they have revealed themselves so fully that I no longer have to pretend to give one single fuck about their life or their death. And that is an amazing feeling, I have to say to you. It feels really good, and I'm trying to think of when I first started thinking that way about Josh, and it probably was the Medicare docs back in August of 2018, I believe. And he came on this show. He came on this show to defend the doxing of Medicare, to actually defend the dox itself, not even the act of doxing him, but he was really angry that a lot of people questioned the authenticity of the dox. So he came on this program and defended that. Again, we'll get back to the Jim thing in a second. And I just thought that was kind of weird. Like, why was he so invested in that? He said it was about the authenticity of Kiwi Farms or something. I don't know. It just didn't make sense. He just seemed really caught up in defending the dox of Mr. Medicare. He seemed like gleeful that Medicare had been doxed in and of itself, which I thought was kind of weird. I mean, most of us in this corner of the internet respect Jim, like Jim. Why would you take glee at Jim being doxed? I don't know. It just seemed weird to me. So I noted it then, and then I also noted every single time something, like, I don't know, you could say bad, befell the kill stream, Josh was always there. If you'll remember the Good Bob Holder song, which you'll hear again at the end of the show, Josh is actually there gay-opping with Tonka in that video. That's what's recorded. He tried to cozy up to Tonka during this time, too. There's many other examples where he's tried to cozy up to anybody, talking shit about the kill stream. He talks shit about us all the time. And I want to go through the record, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I want to do. And the reason I want to go through the record is there's a lot of lies being told about me. That's why. And I've ignored them for so very long because I don't think that they have any merit whatsoever. They're so ridiculous that they almost don't even deserve to be addressed. But there's a problem with that strategy. People just repeat the same lies over and over again. So I want to go on the record right now. But first, let's get back to the biggest cuck story, though. Now, Josh, there's a guy that's always after Josh. Let me switch screens here, by the way. There's a guy who's always after Josh, and I'm showing the wrong screen, so I have to figure that out. Give me a second. Oh, no. A little technical error. What would it be without a technical error on the kill stream? All right, there we go. So there's this dude named Vordrak. Samuel Huntington. Was it Huntington or Smith? I don't know. He's got a long name. Matthew Hopkins. He's got like 1,500 different names. And he's been after Josh in such a way as to completely make it impossible for him to monetize his content. Again, Josh has his own problems because, he's been on record talking about wanting to shoot up places and stuff like that. And, his main claim to fame is hosting mass murder videos. So, a lot of people don't really ugh, they're like, ugh, you know, the kill stream's edgy, but, you know, that's not my thing. That's Josh's thing, and a lot of people don't want to do business with that. But anyway, Vordrak makes it even harder. Vordrak stalks this guy to the ends of the fucking earth and back, and fucks him over every single time. And so, Vordrak emailed me in August 2018. I think it was right before or during the Medicare Docs period, by the way. It was 6 days before the Boulder stream, for reference. He emailed me. I went and posted the email on Kiwi Farms myself, saying this dude is legitimately insane. Now, here's the email. When he threatens me, he says, "Are you still on probation from your felony assault on a police officer? What are the conditions of your probation? Do you carry alcohol with you in your car? Do you condone Joshua Moon and his forms targeting of families? Do you condone the story published by Moon on 16 Chan in which a 5-year-old boy was abducted, cut, penetrated through the wound, and raped to death? Do your family know about what your friend Moon gets up to?" He says, "It is 10:30 a.m. in Memphis, and you are a member of the media, so I consider it reasonable to give you until 1 p.m. to comment. After that, I will be reaching out to your local sheriff and probation workers and sharing information with them, as well as asking them for comment. Kind regards, Sam Smith." That's what he sent me personally. You guys probably know me by now. I didn't take kindly to that. First I said, LOL, no comment. Then I posted on Kiwi Farms. And then I said, "Look, I've got nothing to do with your beef." I said, "Your email threatening me was out of line, however. There's nothing in it that I'm worried about, just to be clear. I don't take kindly to threats. Also, I'm not going to be disowning anyone because someone else doesn't like them. It's not like we're close friends, though. I run a show, he runs a site. I suggest you leave it here, and I will do the same. If you want to take it further, that's okay, too." And then he goes on with a bunch of his other shit, like he always does. Vordrak also sent me an email 2 months ago. And this was during the New Project 2 thing, and we're finally going to link it together to New Project 2. He emailed me because Josh has some type of complex as well, and we'll get to that in a moment. He says, "Hi, RE New Project 2, it was me. It is worse than you think. Here's my article, kindest regards, Sam Smith, writing as Matthew Hopkins." I said, "I'm not giving you any publicity. You'll have to launder it out to someone else. This is me just trying," because clearly the Spurs are trying to get people's businesses shut down. And it's like, how much attention do I want to give this? Whatever. He says, "Don't be silly, Ethan. Read the article. I'm above your pay grade. Anyway, remember how assaulting that police officer was a mistake and you went to jail? Well, conspiracy to money laundering, distribution of child pornography, and terrorism carry far higher sentences than 6 months in probation." I said, "Not removing anything." He wanted me to remove the episodes that Josh was on. I said, "Not removing anything. I don't work with Josh, and I've been arguing with him all week," which was true. "I don't take kindly to threats." By the way, I said the exact same thing, which I didn't realize, but 2 years apart, I said the exact same thing. "I don't take kindly to threats, however, and you can go fuck yourself. I won't be sending another reply." That is what I told Vordrak. Now, you counter this with PPP and Godwinson, closeted homosexual PPP, by the way. I don't know if that's been revealed yet, but you counter that with those two, who actually had Vordrak on their show, actually filleted him for about an hour and a half, promoted his take on Josh Moon, and ended up costing New Project 2 its life, thus costing Josh Moon, I don't know, $1,800 a month? Now, I'm asking you people this. What kind of absolute fucking cuck sides with the people who got him deplatformed just because he's so, I don't know what the feeling is, just an overwhelming feeling of inadequacy? Maybe it has to do with the broken penis. I'm not sure. It's just some type of complex that he has where it just, I don't know. It's, you know, maybe it's just he's trying to troll shield himself. And that's another theory. You notice how he doesn't have a threat on himself on that whole site. And he said, "Oh, well, it'll affect my mental capabilities and I won't be able to run Kiwi Farms if I have a threat on myself, and it will be too tough. It'll be too tough." It's just fraudulent. By the way, here's Josh and his mom, Candy Moon, I think's her name, Candy Potter. That's another thing. He likes to claim this morality. The guy, maybe that's why he has such a hard on for me. I don't know, because, and I was digging through the record, as you can see here, and he seems fascinated with my jail sentence, I've noticed. And I always wondered if there was something there, like some type of sexual tension or what it is with him. He seems to get turned on almost at the mere mention of jail. And I just don't understand why that is. But then I went and did some digging, of course, before the show, and I saw his mom here in a fucking mugshot. I wasn't able to find out what the charges were, but that is Josh Moon's mom, Candace Potter, right there, in her mugshot. We don't want to show that. Oh, well, I mean, by Kiwi Farms rules, it's fair, right? I mean, so shout out to Mrs. Potter, who's disowned her son, basically. I shouldn't even show this, but it is what it is. We want to talk about families. We want to do shit like that, right? I mean, that's what I thought was cool. So I just wanted to show you guys Mrs. Potter here. Potter. Yeah, that's right, Potter. Oh, she doesn't have the same name as her husband, by the way. Josh Moon, bastard child. I don't know if you knew that. Or she whored herself out afterwards. I don't know. She looks like the type who smokes the pipe, if you know what I mean, ladies and gentlemen. The old chrome taco, perhaps. Basically any trailer park whore from Florida. If you've ever seen one of those podcasts, gang, you've seen this dirty slut. And there she is on the screen. I haven't heard this mentioned before, and I thought you all would like to hear it. We wanted to talk about families and all that. There's Josh. What an arbiter of cool this guy is. This guy knows about internet cool. He's the oldest of the old fags. He decides who's a lol cow, him and his fucking crack whore mom. They're able to tell us what goes on. They're able to be the ones who set the trends. I think not, sir. I think you're a fucking Judas. I think you stabbed me in the back. I think you stabbed the kill stream in the back who promoted your fucking vocal fry, broken voiced ass, molested ass at every fucking turn. And you ought to be ashamed of yourself, and you know what you ought to do. I can't go that far, but... And then Monday Mad, my girlfriend's daughter. So that was the paradox, basically. I mean, what can I say about Monday Mad? I think you already know that story. Now,